Hi, and thank you for joining me in my presentation about training elephant calves for EEHV monitoring. My name is Annette Pedersen and I work as the Animal Training Coordinator in Copenhagen Zoo. Now, before I start talking about the elephant calf training, I just want to give a few facts on the elephant EEHV virus, or the herpes virus as it's also called. Now, the onset of the EEHV associated disease is sudden, and death can occur within hours after the first clinical signs are observed. It's mostly seen in young Asian elephants with a mortality rate to up to 85%. We also see it in African elephants, but not so often as the Asian elephants. Now, a diagnosis of EEHV in an elephant is confirmed by detection of high levels of EEHV DNA in the blood. Research has shown that elephant calves demonstrate detectable EEHV viremia up to 10 days before they show outward clinical signs of illness from the EEHV-associated disease. So when the symptoms starts to show, it's normally too late to treat the disease. And what's really important is that this disease is found in ex situ as well as in situ populations. So it's also found in the wild. Now there is an organization called the EEHV Advisory Group, and I've been looking into their recommendations about how can we proactively monitor the calves between 1 and 8 years. First of all, there's voluntary blood collection. So a training program for blood collection on elephant calves should be initiated by the time the calf is 6 months old. Consistent and regular blood collection should be performed on all elephant calves by 1 year of age and should continue until calves reach at least 8 years of age. By 1 year of age, and the behavior should continue until they are at least 8 years, is trunk wash collection, stand on scale, oral exam, ocular exam with flashlight, fecal bolus temperature measurement at base of tail, and desensitization to allow placement of ultrasound probe over thorax to visualize heart. So in case that the elephant calf gets the disease, the EEHV Advisory Group furthermore recommends training the calf for EEHV treatment. So the calf should be trained to accept the following by 1 year of age, and again the behavior should continue until they are at least 8 years of age. The behaviors are separation from dam, be placed on leg restraints, administration of medications orally or rectally, administration of fluids rectally, and administration of subcutaneous or intramuscular injections. So together with the other behaviors for monitoring the disease, it makes it 12 medical behaviors that an elephant calf have to learn by the age of 1 year. That's a lot of pressure on an elephant calf and its trainers. And just to give you an idea of the size and what an elephant calf at about 1 year old looks like, I put in a picture of Plysac here when he was our young bull when he was 15 months old. So now welcome to the elephant house in Copenhagen Zoo. On the drawing you can see the whole plan of the elephant house inside area, and in the red square is the female area. The female area consists of an indoor enclosure where the guest can see the elephant. It's a sand stall with a glass roof, and the picture under you can see the back area where the elephants can be taken in, separated, and have their training sessions. So let me share with you the training story of our youngest female, Mun. She was born on the 1st of October 2020, and she was like most calves. She was a bit shy, but she was also extremely curious. We began training her or getting in contact with her with using a bit of constructional approach, which meant that we approached her when she was standing next to her mother, and then we reinforced her for staying calm by removing ourselves, giving her a bit of distance. And actually that worked pretty well. Her curiosity quickly took over, and this is where what you will see in this video, where she is actually starting approaching us. And then we started building upon that relationship. We started to create a reinforcement history for being around people, for playing with people. And the stall next to her mother's, we used as a kind of playground where we played with her using water from a hose. We had a bathtub in there. We also used toys like balls, fire hoses, coffee bean sacks that she could kick around and tear apart. And at some point she started allowing touch, and we could start feeding her a bit. And after a while, we could start implementing the training, the target training, of course, with mother close by.
Ja, det synes jeg. Virkelig modigt.
Now, from earlier calf training, we knew that all this separation of the whole female group and the calf into the back area and into each separate stall would be extremely time and staff consuming. So in 2017, we had a calf training box or calf training area built in the female inside enclosure. So we didn't have to separate the females, but we could just ask the calf to go inside this area where we could train it, where the females couldn't be, but they could be close by. And this is where it's up at a station corner where we normally station the females. And as you may be able to see on this drawing, that the calf can access the area in one end and they can actually exit here or the other way around. So it would not be like a dead end when they went into this area. So here you see a picture of the calf training area. The training fence is made of Kevlar rope, and that makes the wall flexible, and it's easy to remove lines of rope, rows of rope. If you needed to support the training as the calf grow, you can remove some rows of rope for the ear presentation, and it could still be suitable for all sizes of calves. Now this is a big jump in Moon's training story, but we just want you to see how this calf training area or calf training box, how it works. As you can see, we took out one row of rope, so her ear now fits perfectly to present for a blood draw. This is not the first time that Moon have had a blood draw, but it's the first time for a vet nurse to do it. And we have asked her down to get Moon used to strangers working around her, that it's okay. And what I would like you to notice is when you see this video that every time something is done to her ear, whether it's disinfection or heating up or the actual injection, that the nurse shows Moon what is going to happen by presenting it to her eye.
Ja. Ja. Inside. Vigtig. Vigtig. Og en god måde. Vigtig. Ja, værsgo. Vigtig. Jeg vil snitte noget fra vægten. Vigtig. 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 Vigtig.
Jeg siger det, inden jeg gør det.
Ja. Vigtig.
Jeg rører igen. Jeg stiller.
Vigtig. Ja. Vigtig. Hvor er det god. Vigtig. Det var vigtig. Vigtig. Vigtig mund. Vigtig mund. Vigtig. Vigtig. Ja, vigtig tilbage. Der er god vigtig mund.
Jeg får ikke mere, fordi jeg kan ikke strække, så jeg tager den.
Ja. Vigtig. Vigtig. Hvor er du god. Der var slet ikke noget her.
Hvad er der lidt i?
Ja.
Vigtig.
Det er så fint.
Nej, nu sej.
Hvordan? Det er jo ikke,
Vigtig. Ja, sådan det. Ja. Ja, vigtig. Ja, okay, du væk.
Ja, kommer her. Det er lige det andet øre. Det er varme. Og jeg begynder lidt op. Ja. Ej, hvor er det god.
Now training all these young animals for so many behaviors in such a short time really takes a lot of planning. And what we can never plan for is real life. We can never prepare for events like when the staff call in sick or if the staff move to other sections or even new job opportunities. And sometimes we have elephants that need special care or special treatment. That's also very time and staff consuming. We have breeding, we have estrage, also hard to prepare for. And here's an example from a training session that we could never ever have planned for.
Right, go back.
Now, who would have planned for a bird hitting the glass roof, dropping dead just in front of the elephant, just in the middle of a training session? What are the odds that things like this happens? So training these calves, we really have to be efficient, and we can never prepare ourselves for events like the one you just saw, and we could actually have lost the calf for weeks. So what are the lessons that we have learned so far? We have learned that the constructional approach can help us get started pretty early. We have also learned the value of building a relationship or a reinforcement history with people. We have learned that we shouldn't just train for one behavior, we should have variety in our training. We have also learned never to push too hard to get results. We should use as many different reinforcers as possible. We can use food, we can use tactile, we can use water. Be creative. We have learned that it's a big advantage to set up our environment so we can get as easy access to the calf as possible. And to make it fun is also very important, because that makes it more likely that the calf would work with us always. So, as we say, just to say it short, praise, play and variety will get you far. But even though we learned a lot from training our young calves, we still need your help. In the background you see Pleisak, our old bull, and he reached the age of 58 and he became the father and grandfather of many calves. Pleisak in the front was his last one. Less than 2 months ago we lost Pleisak on the 26th of August 2022, 5 years old. We had no idea that he was infected. He showed no signs in his blood sample, and we found it during a treatment for a broken tusk. I can't tell you how hard and devastating it is to lose a young calf this way. That's why I want this presentation to be an encouragement to all elephant teams and facilities all over the world to share your training successes and failures. Remember that no chain is stronger than its weakest link. Understand that the calf training is just as important part of the EEHV monitoring and treatment as the scientists' research. Help us get better at reaching our goals while we are waiting for the EEHV vaccine. Thank you so much for your time. A special thank you to the elephants and the staff of Copenhagen Zoo. And a huge thank you to ABMA, and may you all have a great behavior month out there. Thank you.